So I've done a Google search on Zen Buddhism, and you know how on Google searches there's a section that says people also ask. So there's a definition of Zen Buddhism there, and there's also about 4 questions that people also ask. The first question says, what are the 7 principles of Zen Buddhism? And he's giving a list. He's giving a list of 7 principles. I was not aware of these principles myself. One of them is minimalism, I guess, and there's 6 others. I guess they are fairly recent. They've been published in 1971, so I guess I'll skip over them. The other question is, what are the downsides of Zen? Downsides. Well, there exists no downsides to Zen Buddhism. It's actually very, very good. Meditating is good in that style. Of course, okay, so it is a little bit restrictive because you have to follow a certain protocol, and you don't get much training on that. Okay, so when you step in a Zendo, it is understood that you already know the protocol. And so you don't speak when you're not asked. You don't make noise. You don't disturb other people. You wear conservative colors on yourself. You don't wear patterns. And you do what others do. You try to blend in. Okay, so that's what's important over there, trying to blend in. So you're trying to blend in with the Sangha. And apart from that, that's about it. You just must be aware that is the elders that speak, okay? So you don't speak when you're not asked. But at the same time, you should have the courage to speak. If somebody is in danger, or you could save a life by speaking, or you could save a lot of grieving to another person by speaking. So sometimes it's good to have the courage to speak, but usually you don't in a Zen setting. Okay, so, and that's actually a part of any culture. If you're weird in a certain way, even in English culture, or even back where I'm from in Romania, if you're weird in a certain way, then it's not that good. You don't look that good in society if you speak at the wrong time, or you say the wrong things at the wrong time. Okay. So the next question is, how is Zen Buddhism different from Buddhism? Well, that's an interesting question. I guess in Zen Buddhism we don't do guided meditation, and we don't do body scans and things like that. I mean, you can expand your practice to do it, but we usually don't do it together, right? So we don't do body scans and guided meditation. We do Dharma talks. So see this one here? This one is Buddha's enlightenment. And as a part of the enlightenment, you can see a crowd over there listening to Buddha's words. And you can also see some animals. You can also see deers and fawns over here, and some birds. So these are part of Buddha's enlightenment. So that's why we do Dharma talks. And because people are trying to suck in, basically, they're trying to suck in Buddha's words. Okay? Because basically, see, that's a Dharma wheel over there, and the 2 fawns. So part of Buddha's enlightenment is giving Dharma talks and the crowds are always there to celebrate Buddha's enlightenment with the Buddha. So yeah, that's about it. This is another one, Buddha pointing at the moon. That's in the Mahayana tradition, I guess. Well, that has to do with the samadhi, I guess, because okay, after a night of meditation, after a night of very, very powerful meditation, you go out in the dark, you see the moon, and the moon is very, very, very bright. As the Song of Zazen, as Hakuin Zenji's Song of Zazen says, how bright the full moon of wisdom. So, well, that's when you get samadhi. Okay, that's when the moon is extremely bright outside, due to the samadhi that you're getting. Okay, so these things these things may be disguised, but there's usually a very, very simple explanation. So there's an explanation behind the Dharma wheel and the two deers. There's an explanation behind Buddha's enlightenment, and there's an explanation behind the Buddha pointing at the moon. And the last question, the last of the fourth question, is how to start practicing Zen Buddhism. Well, you just go to a Zen Sangha, you try to blend in, you go to your first Dokusan, you sit at your first Zazenkai, and I guess you can call yourself Zen. What are the benefits of calling yourself Zen? You have a shelter, I guess. You're sheltered. That's what the benefits. That's what the benefit is in the largest conceptual generalization of being a Buddhist. You are sheltered. Okay, so you can find refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. So what does that mean? You are sheltered? Well, you're sheltered from wrongdoing. You are sheltered from pain. Myself, for example, I have extremely bad teeth, but I don't perceive the pain. Even when I get the pain, I don't feel the pain. Okay. Even when I feel pain in my legs or pain in my back due to my sciatic, I don't actually perceive the pain as bothering me that much. So I guess there's different kinds and different different levels of being sheltered in being a Buddhist, and that's the greatest perk that you can receive from being a Buddhist: shelter.